Hello YouTubers, welcome to today's Yield Labs YouTube video. Please consider subscribing to our channel, hit the like button if you enjoy our content, and last but not least, don't forget that you can hit the bell icon to get notified when we release new videos for the latest and greatest crypto yield generation content. Hello guys, Toby here from Yield Labs. Just an update on yesterday's video that I posted in regards to how to create a Terra station or a Terra wallet and how to get some UST transferred over into it. This is going to be a little bit more of a overview of the wallet itself, its uses and functions, and then once you have some UST in your wallet, the fun stuff you can do with it on the Terra ecosystem. So when you first open the application, you'll be greeted with this dashboard. You can see that you are logged into your that I'm logged into my Yield Tutorials wallet. You can see my wallet address. It gives a snapshot of the current Luna price, the current tax rate, the issuance of Luna, the community pool size, and the staking ratio. As you can see, that's massive. Compared to the issuance, the staking ratio is huge. 376 million Luna stakes right now. Crazy. If you come over here and take a look at the transaction volume, I'll flip that over into UST so it's a little bit more relatable. You can see that Terra is processing enormous amounts of money. It's really great, getting some great traction at the moment. It's a really popular protocol. As you can see, just in the last week, $244 million. Really, really insane. You can see the annualized staking return, you can see the tax reward distribution, and this is a fascinating graph here because it is the total accounts. We go from Genesis, total accounts since inception, you can see it's just on a steady upward trend. Really, really amazing stuff. We're nearly 3 million wallet. So if you go ahead and click on wallet, it will give you your current wallet balances. As you can see, I've just got the UST here that I transferred in the last video. If you go to history, it'll show you a brief transaction history, and you can go ahead and follow some of these transactions. So this is the window that you'll see when you click on one of the transaction hashes. It'll show you the transaction hash, the amount, the transaction fee, all that good stuff. You can actually use this to follow your transactions across the blockchain. For those of you that are familiar with Etherscan on the Ethereum blockchain, this is similar. So here you can go in and see any transactions that you've sent. You can see transactions that you have received into your wallet. There's a staking tab where you can look up your staking history, and onto swap where you can see any swaps that you've made. Governance and contract are outside of the scope of this video, but I will perhaps cover that in a future video. Speaking of swap, let's head on over to the swap tab and see if we can get ourselves some Luna. The Anchor protocol is amazing, and to interact fully with all of its offerings, you're going to need Luna and UST. So inside Terra Station, you can use Terra Swap to swap some of our UST for some Luna. So I'm going to go ahead and swap $50 worth, or 50 UST for some Luna. Now, this is very similar to Uniswap or SushiSwap or any other swaps that you may have used in the past. You select a coin to swap, the amount you want to swap, and what you want to swap it for. The expected price and the spread will be given. It's currently set to market, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over to TerraSwap, as you'll find that this always gives you a slightly better price. So once you're ready to make the swap, you go down and click next. It's going to bring up a confirmation box. It will tell you that you're using TerraSwap, the amount, the slippage tolerance, and your tax and fees. What you're going to need to do next is just enter in your password. So let's do that, and then let's go ahead and click swap. And success. We have swapped 50 UST for Luna. So if I go up to my wallet up here now, we should find that I have some UST and some Luna. Now that we've got some Luna, before we dive over into the Anchor protocol, we'll take a quick look at the staking tab in the Terra Station wallet. Now, staking your Luna, you have to pick a validator. There's a lot of validators available. As you can see, there's an enormous, almost exhaustive list of validators. Some people just are as blasé as I will pick a name that I like and that will work. Honestly, any of them will work. What I would suggest is that you actually do a little bit of research, look into them, look at their voting power. This usually is a reflection of the pool size. If you look into the self-delegation percentage and the commission that they take, also it's probably quite important to ensure that you have a really good uptime of the said validator. With that said, some of them will offer more airdrops, some of them will offer better commission or less fees. Some of them actually have a lockup. So just make sure that you do your own research in this regard and pick one that is going to suit your needs. But for now, we are going to use our Luna as a deposit to bond into Anchor and use as collateral to take out a loan and do some really cool stuff over there. So let's go take a look at that. Okay guys, over to the web browser, we can go to anchorprotocol.com and you will see their tagline, better savings. And it really is. What a platform. Anchor's yield is stable and attractive, powered by staking returns from multiple proof-of-stake blockchains. So what you're going to need to do, guys, is head up onto the right-hand side. Top right here, we got web app. So go ahead and give that a click, and it will open up a new tab onto the Anchor Earn page. So as you can see, another really, really simple interface. Down the bottom right, you've got the Discord, the Twitter, Telegram, GitHub, and you can change theme, but who doesn't love a nighttime theme? So the first step for depositing UST into the earn section is to connect your wallet. I'm going to go ahead and connect the Terra Station extension because that's what we've been using for these previous tutorials. And you can see up here that you just go ahead and click connect and you get your wallet address and it shows you your wallet balance. Over to the right hand side, it's going to show you the APY that is currently being earned by the protocol right now, 19.42%, and it usually hovers around the 20% mark. That is not to be grumbled at. What a fantastic return for stablecoins. I know that in CeFi you can get 8, 10, 12, 14%, sometimes as high as 16% if you are headed over to Celsius or Nexo or whatever, given any current market conditions. But DeFi, 19.42% is really excellent. Bottom right down here, you can see your expected interest, and you can use this almost as a little calculator once you've deposited some funds to see what your returns are going to look like. So without further ado, let's get a deposit into this and see what it looks like. So you click the deposit button, it's going to ask you for an amount. What you have to be careful of here is that you actually have some UST in your wallet to do these actions with. So cover the fees. I'm going to go with $40. And if you see right here, that will leave me with 0.449, sorry. If you see here, 0.449 UST is the transaction fee, and the total amount taken from my wallet will be 40.449 UST. I'm going to go ahead and click proceed. When you click confirm, that will open up the Terra Station extension. You will see that this is to confirm your interaction with the contract. I give you the origin, which is anchorprotocol.com, and a timestamp less than a minute ago because we are doing this right now. Enter your password to confirm. Hit submit, and it will show you broadcasting transaction. And you'll get this notification back at Anchor Protocol saying we are waiting for your receipt. Oh, and the transaction hash in the corner if you want to go along with that. So, complete. Deposit amount 40 UST, received amount 37.188 AUST. The exchange rate is 1.07, transaction hash, TXV, all of that good stuff. So if we go ahead and click OK, you will see that briefly in the background it said 30.999 UST, that has already changed to 40 because we are already earning interest on our deposit. So if we go down to the bottom right here where I showed you this really simple interest calculator before, you'll see that per day we are earning a little over 2 cents on that 40 UST deposit. Per week, 14 cents. Per month, 64 cents, nearly 65 cents. And per year, $7.76. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but this is on a really small deposit. And if you have the capacity to put a bit more money in here each month, each week, once a week, $50, $100, $200, you will quickly see how these interest rates will help you amass sizable income and help you reach your goals of financial freedom. Where else are you earning 20% on your savings? Nowhere. Well, I mean, in crypto, you're probably earning it somewhere, but Anchor Protocol on the Terra ecosystem is really, really, really making new ground in transparency and in its ability to sustain these high interest rates. Yeah, fantastic. So basically, you just leave that in there and keep accruing your interest. It's as simple as that. If you want to withdraw, same script. So you just withdraw your max amount. Transaction fee is 25 cents. Click proceed. It will again take you to your Terra Station extension. Just going to go ahead and type in the password here, if I can remember it. Hit submit. Broadcasting transaction. So the same principle as before, same way as you deposited it is how you would withdraw. Just go ahead and click OK. And yeah, we're good. Absolutely golden. The next thing I want to briefly cover is the borrow function of Anchor Protocol. Basically, you can see here that you can provide bonded Luna as collateral to take out a loan. So DeFi loans aren't something to be taken lightly. It's something that you should do your own research into and ensure that this product is right for you. You can see here the net APR. Basically, they pay you to borrow in ANC tokens, and the net APR is the difference between the borrow APR and the distribution APR. So to do this, if you click provide down here, I know that I have some Luna in my wallet, but if I click on provide collateral, I can't do anything. I don't have any B Luna. So to do this, what you need to do is head over to bond, and you need to select an amount of Luna that you wish to bond into bonded Luna. So I want to bond 4 Luna and mint 3.999 B Luna. For this, you're going to need to select a validator. Honestly, Certus one is fine. It's one that's been around for a good time. Look, the transaction fee is in UST also. So again, you're going to need to make sure that you have some funds in your UST account to make sure that you can process this transaction. So it will ask you to confirm your password in Terra Station. Go ahead and do that and hit submit. Again, broadcast the transaction and wait for your receipt. One of the really amazing things about this whole platform, ecosystem, blockchain is look how fast these transactions are. Low cost, and the transactions are so fast. Compared to the Ethereum blockchain, how many confirmations would you have needed to wait for to see this transaction complete? But there we go. We have bonded 4 Luna and we have minted 4 bonded Luna. Go ahead and click OK. Now we can go back over to the borrow page. If I head down here, I can now click on provide, and I can go ahead and deposit my B Luna. It'll give me a borrow limit right here, and I can go ahead and click proceed.
again, this will take me into Terra Station extension. Go ahead and enter my password. Hit submit. And we're good. Complete. So I have now put up $56.77 worth of collateral. If you look here, it will show you your loan to value percentage, and it says that my borrow limit is $34.64. So that'll be 60% of the collateral that I posted. So up next, head up to borrow, and you can use this slider to pick the amount of UST that you would like to borrow. So this is great if if you have a lot of Luna and you need some UST for whatever reason. You don't have to actually sell any of your Luna. Just be careful though when you're playing with these percentages in regards to what is a safe play. For me, 25% would be safe. I'd say that was pretty safe, to be honest. So that will net me $13.88 of UST, which is fine, right? After transaction fee, of course. So if I go ahead and hit proceed, once again, into Terra Station to confirm, hit submit, waiting for my receipt, complete. Okay, so whenever you want to, you can come into this page and you can monitor your loan to value ratio in real time. It shows here that I've borrowed $14, and if you look up here at my wallet balance, it shows that it reflects that I have added $14 from posting my Luna as collateral. Now, one thing to take note of here is that it is important to monitor your collateral level, as this is a DeFi space and you can get liquidated if your loan to value goes too high. It's not like Celsius or Nexo or any of these other lending platforms where you will get a person at the end of an email asking you to post up more collateral if required. You will just get liquidated. So that's just one thing to be really cautious of. If you're really smart, now what you can do is head over to the earn page, and I can deposit that additional UST into Anchor Earn and earn 20% on that. Now, one of the things that you get for borrowing and bonding is governance tokens. So you will be rewarded in Anchor tokens, and they will be shown in this page here. So as you can see, Anchor Governance, Anchor UST Liquidity Pool, and UST Borrow. So under UST Borrow, you can see here I've already earned this much ANC. Not changing the world drastically there, but just you wait until these start accruing and you can claim and restake them. The same with the Anchor token itself. You can earn up to 10% nearly here, 9.73% by staking the governance token for the Anchor protocol. Outside of the scope of this video is going to be the ANC USTLP. Impermanent loss isn't really my jam, so although you do get a slightly higher APR, then you also are at a risk of losing on impermanent loss if the token runs or depreciates significantly in value. That's not what we're about. We want to earn yield. We want to earn safe interest on our assets. And that's really... Oh, sorry. I should add to this that as these are governance tokens, it gives you the ability to vote. What you can do is look down here and see what are the current polls for to vote on for Anchor to include in their system. So in progress is bonded ETH collateral onboarding. If you click onto this, you can go ahead and see what they're actually trying to achieve, and then you can vote on yes or no. That's not something that I'm going to do today, and again, I believe that's outside of the scope of this video. Once you have posted up all of your collateral and you have done whatever you wanted with the UST, eventually you're going to have to repay your loan. These aren't forever, right? So what you're going to need to do is come back to the borrow page. I'm going to go ahead and click repay. I want to repay all of it. You will see that I will have nothing outstanding on my loan if I pay this, and obviously a transaction fee too. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed. Once again, Terra station pops up. Give it my password. Hit OK. And you should see my loan being paid back. Completed. Okay, all good. Now we just have the fact that I have this bonded Luna, and I want my Luna back. So you're going to need to withdraw this, all of it. And hit proceed. Again, these are all transactions, guys, but they are not breaking the bank. They're 25 cents. Something like that. 30 cents, 50 cents, maybe maximum. At this time, at least, anyway. And there we go. Complete. So I now have redeemed all of my bonded Luna. So if we have a little look-see in my Terra Station wallet here, we should see that all of my bonded... Sorry. So that's my bonded Luna withdrawn from the collateral list. Next, I'm going to need to head back over to bond, and I'm going to need to burn my bonded Luna to get my Luna back. This sounds crazy, but it's really not that difficult. Basically, what you've done is you've created a bonded asset, and you've locked up your Luna to get this asset. So I'm going to go ahead and select my bonded Luna, and I'm going to hit burn. What you should note here is that default B Luna redemptions take at least 21 days to process. Slashing events during the 21 days may affect the final amount withdrawn. Redemptions are processed in 3-day batches and may take up to 24 days. This is one of the downsides of borrowing or putting up collateral as bonded Luna, is this 3-week lockup period. So just be really aware of that before you go getting fired up and involved in this space. So I'm going to go ahead and click burn. I'm going to enter my password for the last time. I should have just said save my password, but all about safety, guys. Safety first. So I wait for my receipt and complete. See the amount that I have burned and the amount I will get back. Now you can see that there is a little bit of, for lack of a better expression, slippage in this. If you remember, I put up 4 Luna to begin with, and I'm only getting 3.49s and 7.1 back. It's not the end of the world. You know, you always have to pay a price to be involved in this space. Transaction fees, burn fees, impermanent loss, so on and so forth. It's everywhere, but as long as you stay ahead of the curve and yield well, you will do well. And that's pretty much a wrap, guys, for today's video. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that I didn't go too quickly. If you have any feedback for me, I'd love to hear it. And yeah, get involved with Anchor Protocol. Take a look at the products that it offers, and Don't be afraid to give it a try. This is one of the things that I like to emphasize is $100, and I can really have a play around with how all of this works. I can practice what it's like to earn in DeFi. I can practice what it's like to borrow in DeFi. I can practice what it's like to bond and govern in DeFi with $100. That's money well spent, in my opinion. So I hope you found this super helpful, and I look forward to hearing your feedback, and I will be back with another video real soon. That is a wrap on today's video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We hope the content was useful in helping you get a better grasp on yield generation in this space. Hop on over to Twitter and follow us at Yield Labs for updates and more.